Welcome back to Canada Immigration Matters, presented by Chugo Immigration Services. Our topic today is Canada's 2025 immigration overhaul, new PR caps, work permit cuts, and many more. Canada is changing its immigration game in 2025. The new Prime Minister, Mark Carney, just announced a major shift in how people study, work, and settle in the country. If you're planning to move to Canada, you need to hear this. What is the new focus? Stability, infrastructure, and long-term planning. In his first post-election press conference on May 2, 2025, Prime Minister Mark Carney introduced his government's new immigration direction. A significant shift focused on stabilizing permanent immigration, capping temporary residence, and ensuring Canada's infrastructure can support population growth. Stabilizing permanent resident admissions. The government plans to stabilize permanent resident numbers to less than 1% of Canada's population annually after 2027. The immigration levels plan for 2025-2027 includes 395,000 permanent residents in 2025, 380,000 in 2026, and 365,000 in 2027. These numbers represent a reduction from the target set under the previous immigration levels plan of 500,000, aiming to ease pressure on housing, healthcare, and social services, benefiting Canadian residents and newcomers. Although initially set under the Trudeau government, Prime Minister Mark Carney confirmed that his administration would adhere to these targets. Reducing temporary resident numbers. The number of temporary residents, including international students, foreign workers, and others, has surged. As of January 2025, approximately 3.02 million temporary residents accounted for around 7.25% of Canada's total population. Under Carney's new plan, this figure will be reduced to less than 5% by 2028. Measures to achieve this include capping the number of study permit applications, tightening eligibility for post-graduation work permits, PGWPs, and ending spousal open work permits, SOWPs. Carney clarified that while new applicants would face stricter entry conditions, temporary residents already in Canada would have new opportunities to transition to permanent residency. Please note that a number of these measures were already implemented under the Trudeau government. Boosting Francophone immigration. To support French-speaking communities outside Quebec, the federal government has pledged to increase the share of Francophone immigration, with targets set at 8.5% in 2025, 9.5% in 2026, and 10% in 2027. The longer-term goal is to reach 12% by 2029. This commitment is part of a broader strategy to address demographic needs, promote bilingualism, and strengthen minority Francophone regions across the country. Now, if you want to increase your chances of success, you should consider taking the French language proficiency test or learn French. This is important. Supporting economic growth through skilled immigration. Why the change? The Government of Canada wants to ease pressure on housing, healthcare, and social services. Carney outlined plans to revamp the global skills strategy to attract top international talent, enabling businesses to hire skilled foreign workers with expedited work permit processing times. The government also aims to speed up the recognition of foreign qualifications through collaborations with provinces and territories. Additionally, the government plans to modernize immigration systems, reduce processing delays, and enhance support for asylum seekers, including access to legal aid. Carney also pledged to strengthen border controls, tighten visa screening, and collaborate closely with Quebec to manage regional immigration needs. Housing and economic reforms. Alongside immigration policy changes, Carney unveiled new housing policies under the Build Canada Homes initiative. The government will invest $25 billion to support private developers in building new housing units and provide relief for first-time buyers by cutting the GST on new homes priced between $1 million and $1.5 million. Carney highlighted that this change could save first-time buyers up to $50,000. This also means that those of you in the construction industry have better opportunities to immigrate to Canada. Further relief will come from reduced development charges on multi-unit residential buildings, potentially saving up to $40,000 off the cost of a two-bedroom apartment in Toronto. The initiative also focuses on creating a domestic industry for modular and prefabricated housing to accelerate construction timelines and reduce environmental impacts. Additionally, Carney announced plans to remove internal trade barriers by July 1st, facilitating greater economic growth and infrastructure development across Canada. What's next for immigration in Canada? The new plan marks a shift toward a more strategic immigration system, balancing the need for newcomers with the capacity of Canadian infrastructure. With the government's focus on housing and skilled labor, the next few years could bring significant changes to how Canada attracts, supports, and integrates its immigrants. Planning to study, work, or immigrate to Canada? Now let's talk about temporary residents like students and workers. Canada currently has over 3 million temporary residents, about 7.25% of the total population. Carney plans to reduce that number to under 5% by 2028. Study permits and PGWP changes. What does that mean for you? Expect tighter rules on study permits, stricter PGWP eligibility, and a phase-out of spousal open work permits. There is a positive turn for transitioning in Canada applicants, meaning there's some good news too. Temporary residents already in Canada may have new options to apply for permanent residency. We witnessed this in the Caregiver Pilot Program recently. Skilled workers and global talent. Canada still wants top global talent. The Global Skills Strategy is getting a revamp to speed up work permit processing. Plus, foreign credential recognition will be faster through federal-provincial partnerships. System upgrades, refugees, and visa control. The immigration system is also being modernized. Expect faster processing, better support for asylum seekers, and stronger border controls and visa screening. Construction sites and housing. What about housing? The government is launching a $25 billion plan under the Build Canada Homes initiative. This will help private developers build faster and cheaper. Modular homes and GST, goods and service tax, savings. Here's what's coming. GST cuts on homes between $1 million and $1 million, $500,000. Saving first-time buyers up to $50,000. Reduced development fees, saving up to $40,000 per unit, and investment in modular and prefabricated housing to speed up construction. Economy and infrastructure. Canada is also removing internal trade barriers by July 1st. This will unlock faster infrastructure growth and greater job mobility nationwide. Let's do a quick summary. What does all this mean? Canada is shifting toward a balanced and strategic immigration system. It's about matching newcomers with national capacity in housing, jobs, and services. Are you wondering how these changes could affect your future in Canada? If you're currently studying in Canada or planning to come as an international student, worker, or permanent resident, and you're wondering how Prime Minister Carney's proposed immigration plan might impact your future, we're here to help you prepare. We invite you to book a consultation with one of our regulated Canadian immigration experts today at Chugo Immigration Services. Our team will assess your situation, answer your questions, and help you stay informed so you can make confident decisions. Even before any new policies take effect, we'll assess your profile and help you plan ahead. If you found this helpful, like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe for real-time immigration updates. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.